you should carry when you're bugging out. First off, for me to bug out, it means there's a serious storm coming like Sandy, and I don't expect to retrieve anything in my house. Only if I'm lucky am I going to come back and find the thing still standing. Second off, to bug out, it would have to be a world without law as hit the fan scenario. In either of these cases, and they're the only cases I would bug out, I would carry everything. I would carry books. If you're lucky, you can buy a Kindle and a solar charger and carry tons of books that way. But how many remember how to make soap? How many know what plants are edible in the wild in your area? There are lots of good books. A lot of them cover a bunch of different areas. If you know you're only going to be in one geographical area, a couple 100 miles square, you can rip out all the pages that don't pertain to you, like How to Survive at Sea if you're in the middle of a nation where there isn't any oceans. Next, I would carry nail clippers. If your fingernails or toenails get shot and your feet and hands get ruined, you're dead. Nail clippers are one of the best barter items I could think of. I'd carry combs, single-edged razor blades. These make great makeshift little knives. If you meet somebody who doesn't have a knife, guess what? That's a barter item right there. Plus, you can make animal traps, man traps. You can use them to skin animals, scrape fat off the back of the hides to tan them. And how many remember how to do that? That's where the books come in handy. They may weigh, but you know what? Ounces equal pounds and pounds equal pay. I know that, been in the military, disabled vet. But you always could count on some sort of resupply when you were in the military. You can't if you have to bug out. It's just you and your little group of people, and that's it. And I'd rather travel 5 miles in a day than 10 miles and end up at the end of that 10-mile journey and find out I don't have something I need, than travel 5 miles and realize, oh, that's a little more than I need. Let me just bury something that I don't need, and I'll have a little stash along the way. And that's another thing. Bring maps, or bring the ability to make maps and mark on there where you left items. That way you have your own little resupply chain if you're in the same area for a while. Of course, meds, particularly if you need a specific med, bring that. But your aspirin, your Tylenol, your antiseptics, etc. Clothing, cordage, or rope for those people who don't know what cordage means. This is invaluable. You can do so much with that. A tarp to make shelter, tents, thumb drive for your pictures and paperwork at the house in case if it's a storm, like Sandy, well, you have all the paperwork and your pictures that are going to be lost in the storm. So that just is common sense there. Knives, and lots of them. Fixed blades, folding ones. Don't forget the sharpeners either. Metal containers for water with a closable top that you can boil in. Remember, if you have those little plastic bottles, you can tie a slip knot around each end and hang two around your neck. Guns, ammo, and lots of it. You're not going to get resupplied. Whatever ammo you carry is all you have, unless somehow you had to take some off of somebody in case somebody attacked you, some psycho or something, and you win the battle. You've got his supplies. Water, as much as you can carry. Plastic trash bags, clear, so you can make more water from solar stills, wrapping them around plants to get the moisture out of them. Food. I don't carry as much of that as I probably should, because basically I carry the books to know what plants do you carry, guns and ammos. Bow and arrow, if you're good at archery. Slingshot. They make pretty good slingshots now, and they're not that expensive. Carry as much as you possibly can. If you have to dig a hole and bury a stash, at least you have something to go back to and get if you find out you need it. And if not, if you don't have it, you can't get it. So it's better to travel a few miles a day. And remember, in the woods and stuff, if you're going careful, you're not going to travel that far anyways. And it's a calorie game, but it's also a survival game. If it's a zombie apocalypse or whatever people are preparing for, it's a survival game. And it's better to have what you need and go a little bit slower than not have it and not be able to get it. And I know that probably ticks a lot of people off, but remember, be safe, carry everything you possibly can, and protect the Constitution.